There is a silent kingdom within every person. It is not made of gold or stone. It is the kingdom of the mind. Whoever rules this kingdom lives in peace, and whoever becomes its servant lives in confusion. Many people believe that their suffering comes from the world around them. They blame other people, difficult circumstances, or painful memories. Yet, two people can walk through the same storm. One is broken by it. The difference is not the storm. It is the condition of the mind. The mind is like a lake. When the water is disturbed, it cannot reflect the moon. In the same way, when the mind is filled with anger, fear, and desire, it cannot see truth clearly. Before you try to change the world, learn to calm the waters within. Emotions are like passing clouds. They come and go. Anger arrives and then disappears. Sadness comes and then leaves. Joy rises and then fades away. The mistake people make is believing that they are their emotions. They say, "I am angry," or "I am afraid." But emotions are visitors, not masters. Observe them without becoming them. When anger enters your heart, do not feed it with words or actions. Sit quietly and watch it. Ask yourself, where did this anger come from? What wound is it trying to protect? You will discover that anger is often fear wearing a mask. When sadness comes, do not run from it. Sit beside it like an old friend. Every emotion carries a lesson. Every pain is a teacher. If you stop fighting your feelings, they begin to lose their power over you. The undisciplined mind jumps like a monkey from one branch to another, thinking about the past, worrying about the future, and forgetting the present moment. But peace exists only in this moment. The past is already gone, and the future has not yet arrived. The present is the only place where life can truly be lived. Practice stillness every day. Sit in silence and watch your breath. Notice your thoughts without chasing them. Some thoughts will be beautiful, and others will be dark. Let them pass like leaves floating down a river. You do not need to hold every thought that enters your mind. Emotional control does not mean becoming cold or without feelings. It means becoming the master of your reactions. It means choosing wisdom instead of impulse, patience instead of anger, and understanding instead of blame. A person who conquers 1,000 enemies may be called a warrior, but the one who conquers their own mind discovers a far greater victory. No one can steal the peace of a person who understands themselves. The world may remain noisy. People may still disappoint you. Difficult days will still come. Yet, if your mind is calm, you will walk through every storm with dignity and peace. Guard your thoughts, watch your emotions, and return often to silence. For within a quiet mind lies a freedom that no circumstance can take away, and within that freedom is the secret of true emotional mastery. The mind creates suffering or peace out of circumstances. Do not control our happiness, our response to them does. A calm and disciplined mind can remain peaceful, even during life's storms. Many people spend their lives trying to change the world around them. They believe that peace will come when others behave differently, when their problems disappear, or when fortune finally smiles upon them. Yet the deepest truth is that suffering and peace are born within the mind itself. The same event can bring despair to one person and wisdom to another, because each person carries a different inner world. When the mind is filled with fear, anger, and endless desires, even small difficulties become heavy burdens. But when the mind is calm and balanced, even great challenges can be faced with courage. The mind is like a garden if it is left unattended. Weeds of worry and resentment will grow everywhere if it is cared for with patience and awareness. Flowers of peace and understanding will begin to bloom. Every thought we repeat becomes a seed planted in this garden. Thoughts of gratitude create contentment, while thoughts of bitterness create suffering. Therefore, true mastery does not begin by controlling people or circumstances. It begins by learning to watch the mind, guide it gently, and cultivate thoughts that lead to inner peace. A disciplined mind becomes a refuge that no storm can destroy. Emotions are temporary visitors. Anger, fear, and sadness come and go like clouds in the sky. We should observe our emotions without allowing them to control our actions. Emotions are like the changing weather of the sky. Some days are bright with joy, while others are covered with clouds of sadness, anger, or fear. The mistake many people make is believing that these emotions define who they are. When anger arises, they become anger. When fear appears, they become fear. Yet emotions are only temporary visitors passing through the house of the mind. They arrive, stay for a while, and then move on. Imagine sitting beside a river and watching leaves float by. You do not jump into the water to catch every leaf. In the same way, you do not need to hold on to every feeling that enters your heart. Observe your emotions with patience and curiosity. Ask what they are trying to teach you rather than fighting them or letting them control your actions. Anger often hides pain, and fear often hides uncertainty. When we calmly observe our emotions, we begin to understand their roots. This understanding weakens their power over us by allowing emotions to come and go naturally. We discover a deep inner freedom. We learn that peace does not come from avoiding emotions, but from no longer becoming their prisoner. Self-awareness is the key to emotional control. By watching our thoughts and feelings carefully, we begin to understand their roots and gain the power to respond with wisdom instead of reacting impulsively. A person who wishes to master the mind must first learn the art of self-awareness. Most people move through life without noticing the thoughts that fill their minds or the emotions that guide their actions. They react quickly to every insult, every disappointment, and every fear, as if they are leaves being carried by the wind. But the moment a person begins to observe their inner world, a quiet transformation starts to take place. Self-awareness is like lighting a lamp in a dark room. Suddenly, things that were hidden become visible. You begin to notice how certain words create anger, how certain memories awaken sadness, and how certain desires lead to restlessness. Instead of being controlled by these feelings, you become an observer of them. This small distance between yourself and your emotions gives you the power to choose your response. When anger appears, you can choose patience. When fear arises, you can choose courage. When sadness visits, you can choose understanding instead of despair. Every moment of awareness strengthens the mind and weakens impulsive reactions. Through careful observation of thoughts and feelings, a person discovers that true emotional control is not suppression, but understanding. In understanding oneself, one begins to find lasting peace. Live in the present moment. The mind suffers when it is trapped in the past or worried about the future. Inner peace is found by bringing attention back to the present moment. The mind often wanders between two places that do not truly exist. It travels into the past, carrying old regrets, painful memories, and words that can never be changed. Then it runs into the future, creating fears about events that have not yet happened. In this endless journey, it forgets the only moment that is real, the present. The present moment is like a quiet stream flowing gently before us. When we bring our attention to it, we discover that peace has always been near. The simple act of feeling the breath, listening to the sounds around us, or noticing the warmth of the sun can return the mind to stillness. In the present, worries lose their strength because there is nothing to fight except the experience of this very moment. Life unfolds one breath at a time, not years at a time. By learning to rest in the present, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. A peaceful mind is not one that has solved every problem. Mastering the mind is the greatest victory. Conquering external challenges is easier than conquering one's own mind. True freedom and lasting peace come from self-discipline, patience, and inner understanding. Many people believe that greatness is measured by the number of obstacles they overcome or the victories they achieve in the world. They seek power, wealth, and recognition, thinking that these things will bring lasting satisfaction. Yet, the greatest battle is not fought outside but within. The mind can become a place of endless desires, fears, and restless thoughts. A person may conquer many challenges and still remain a prisoner of anger, jealousy, or worry. To master the mind is to gain the ability to remain steady in times of praise and calm in times of criticism. It is to choose patience when anger rises and understanding when disappointment appears. This victory is not won in a single day. It comes through daily practice, through moments of silence, self-reflection, and careful attention to one's thoughts and emotions. A person who has mastered the mind is not free from difficulties. Storms still come, losses still happen, and pain still visits their life. The difference is that they no longer allow these experiences to rule their inner world. They carry within themselves a deep peace that cannot be easily shaken. This inner mastery is the highest form of freedom and the foundation of lasting happiness.